What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to make something that I feel like recently I've been learning and I wanted to share it with you. I think this is really going to help you if recently you felt like you've been struggling with some anxiety, you've got these recursive thoughts that are just causing you to overthink. This video is for you and I hope you stay to the end because I think it'll really help. So here's the scenario. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You wake up to the sound of your alarm clock. Immediately your mind presents you with all the things that you have to get done for the day. So you head to the restroom, and as you're heading to the restroom, you're reminiscing on this disagreement that you had last night with one of your friends over something so stupid, and you're just thinking to yourself, man, I feel like I could have worded that better. But then you tell yourself like, it doesn't matter. And as you're going to brush your teeth, you reach your hand over to go grab the toothpaste. You realize that, oh crap, 3/4 of it is already all the way gone. So you got to add that to your shopping list, but you don't have any time today to go grocery shopping. Well, okay, not a big deal. Let's just do it on a Saturday or Sunday when you've got the weekend off, right? But you've got this work event already scheduled that you agreed to go to. So how are you going to do that? Oh, what time does that start again? Oh gosh, that last work event I went to, I gave that embarrassing speech about, and then your mind just starts like going back and forth, and we call this normal. So notice how the mind assumes both voices within this conversation. It asks the question and then it also provides the answer to it. This is living life on autopilot, aka unconsciousness, right? Without this ability to separate your thoughts, all you are is just this memorized program of internal routes and wiring that operate similar to a computer hard drive. And your reality mirrors this programming, and the scary thing about it is the older you get, the more difficult it is to recognize. It's like we all know the one or two people, like relatives maybe at like the Thanksgiving gathering, that just still continue to get upset over the exact same things that they did 10 years ago. It's like, I can't believe they're doing this now and this and that. And it's like, yeah, the conversation might be different, but fundamentally, they're still the same person that they were 10, 20 years ago. Going off this point, another thing that you need to understand is that there is nothing innately special or symbolically favorable or unfavorable. Confirmation bias says that people believe what they want to believe. And so what you have nowadays is people that are in this wishful thinking, which is just, you feel like you're always spotting these divine synchronicities. It's like those people that are like real superstitious about their lives. They think everything is just this cosmic happening around them. Yeah, dude, so recently I just feel like the universe has been sending me the same numbers, and I like for sure have had nothing to do with it. And a lot of new age spirituality seeks to relegate the human experience to strictly the divine aspects of it. So it's like we're just as flesh as we are spiritual. You can't ignore one and have the other. And this right here is so important to understand, because what's going to happen is you're going to be down on yourself for feeling any other way than perfect, right? You're going to think that something's wrong with you. You don't feel like you're this high vibrational human being. You don't have love, joy, and peace flowing from within you at all times. When you buy into this, when you drink this Kool-Aid, spiritual Kool-Aid, you start to feel bad about feeling bad. And that's a problem. And that is the point of this video that I want to address. Discomfort, pain, confusion, struggle, these are all invaluable parts of life that we must go through in order to grow and mature. One of the best ways to feel better is start normalizing pain in your life. Realizing that no matter what path you choose to go down, it's going to be difficult regardless. One of the most powerful remedies that we can use to just regulate our nervous systems is to allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you're feeling without any sort of judgment towards it. So let me outline this a little bit further. This is all going to make sense here. I had a whiteboard that I was going to use for this presentation, but turns out it was just not in good condition. So I need to get a new one. But anyways, so I'm going to outline this mind-body process here. So first you have an event, a stimulus that happens in our life. Then our brains cognize it. It registers to us that, oh, okay, there's something happening. And then there's a recognition of that. That's a coat hanger in my closet, not my pervy uncle trying to spy on me. That's a weird example. A normal example might be you're at a restaurant, you go to order a mango margarita, but oh no, they're bringing it out. The waiter's bringing it out, and what's that weird red stuff around the lid of it. It looks like somebody just chowed down on a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos and just caressed the perimeter of your cup. But then all of a sudden, as you're having this thought, you realize, oh wait, this looks familiar. I had this in Mexico a while back. This is just Tajin salt. But so the idea here is that it's a recognition. And so now you have the reaction, aka the interpretation. So this dictates if we feel negatively about it or if we feel positively about it. So in the past, if you've felt annoyed by whatever it is that has occurred, chances are this time that trigger is going to produce the same result. And it's important to note as well that this whole process is done at an unconscious level. So this next piece is our response. This is the controllable element. What the response does is it disrupts this unconscious cycle. And so we get to do this by choosing our response, this conscious exertion of thought. One of my favorite quotes that has to deal with this is by Viktor Frankl. And he says, everything can be taken from man but one thing, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. In other words, you might not be able to always control the anxiety, those thoughts that would come into your mind, but you can control your response towards them. And I'm going to use this as a segue into my next point, the law of correspondence. So what this states is that our outer world mirrors our inner world, and vice versa. So the quality of your thoughts determine the quality of your life. And this current reality of what you're experiencing is a reflection of how you felt in the past. So this event that's happening to you is only revealing to you how you handled it before. So use this law and your reality as a mirror to expose what you're experiencing on the inside. And realize that self-awareness has less to do with adopting these new beliefs about yourself, and actually has more to do with letting go of old and limiting beliefs, right? So to help this law work for you, become aware of your emotional responses. Here's an exercise you can do to start cultivating some of the self-awareness in your life. When something happens to you, it triggers you, you have this anxious thought about something, take note of the feelings that emerge from within you. And I want you to say, interesting. That's interesting. Oh, this happened and I feel this way. That's interesting. Do you see what you're doing? What you're doing is you're not trying to change the fact that you're upset about something, that you're frustrated, that you feel anxious. You're allowing whatever it is that you just felt or thought to be there without your judgment. What you're doing is you're staying neutral towards it. And this is the first step in altering your reality, because essentially what you're saying to your subconscious is, I am no longer in agreement with how this reaction used to control me in the past. You're changing the narrative. This is the difference between feeling frustrated, feeling an emotion, versus being frustrated. There's going to be bad things that happen in your life that you're not going to be able to control, and that's okay. What's important is that you learn to separate the two. You learn to separate yourself from the event via this response. And that's how you become the creator of your own reality.